in the narrow streets of the city, with the morning sun of face, used to set up his stall. Jason, the same boy who with broken toys, mobile covers, and an old speaker tried to convince the whole world his little brother Kyle every morning would say, "Brother, will something new happen today?" And Jason would just smile and say, "It will, Kyle. Just not today, tomorrow for sure." When something begins to grow, that's when it plans to break. One night, or after closing his shop, as he walked home, 4 rough boys attacked, robbed his money and his phone, and left him barely breathing on the roadside. Next morning, no stall, no shop. Kyle asked many times, "When will you go again, brother?" Jason stayed silent. His eyes said clearly he had lost the war inside. Days later, he dragged himself to a lonely old alley, perhaps to hide away from himself. There sat a woman, wrapped in a shawl, holding a rosary in her hands, feeding some pigeons gently, calling them with scattered grains of hope. Jason tried to walk past her, but she, without looking, said softly, "Every loss comes before a win, but those who sit in loss never win again." Jason stopped, like someone had lifted the curtain from his heart's pain. The woman smiled and looked at him, saying, "Jason," just as he was about to speak, she interrupted again. "If you truly wish to know why you lost it all, then come back here tomorrow morning." Next morning, Jason returned. She gave him a small pouch. Inside were seeds of different vegetables. She said, "Take these, go plant 1 seed every day in a new spot by digging the soil with your own hands for 21 days straight. No skipping, no questions, no stopping." Jason got confused. "What will I get from this?" She only said, "No questions, just stay true and keep going." Next day, he went to a corner of the city, cleared a little land, and planted the first seed alone. Second day, second spot, another seed planted carefully. At first it all felt meaningless, but slowly each seed felt like a broken part of his soul, being stitched together again. 5th day, then 10th, then 15th. Jason no longer cared about the seeds or the result. He started healing inside with every act of planting hope. Each morning he woke, hugged Kyle, picked his seed pouch, and walked to find new land to bury his pain as hope. And so 21 days were completed. That evening he returned to that same woman. He asked, "Now tell me, what did I really gain from this? No crops, no magic, no changes around me." She said, "You didn't plant seeds, you planted patience and persistence." Jason, stunned. "What? I gave you a task that held no applause or attention, no praise, no returns. To teach you this true courage is to keep walking, even without the hope of arrival. You acted daily with no result, but still you moved forward. That is, never give up, for real strength is in continuing. Even when you're unsure of where the path ends yet, you walk anyway." Jason's eyes held tears, not of failure, but identity. He had been broken, but this woman had rebuilt him from his own ashes. Next morning he opened his shop, but not just that. He opened his heart. Jason's spot no longer sold things, it now sold stories. Kyle asked one day, "Brother, did you ever meet that woman again?" Jason looked toward the sky and said, "Maybe she wasn't a woman. Maybe she was time. The time that rebuilds us when we've completely fallen apart." Never give up doesn't mean always winning, but choosing to walk even after you lose. True courage is when you keep trying, even when no one cheers, no one claps, no one believes. Still you move forward, not to win over the world, but to win over yourself.